the governor's proposal provides for a whole series of items that would have to be either fixed at a lower level, certainly reviewed annually. All the transfers out should be reviewed annually and adjusted for the ability of the state to pay at a level of a prior year, that kind of thing.
Okay, that doesn't answer my question. My question was specifically, is the governor proposing to give local governments less than what under current statutory law they are entitled to in the local government distributed fund?
Any change would have to be adopted by law.
Of course, and is he going to propose such a change? That's the question.
He's not proposing a specific change.
For any of the funds?
It's what it said in the PowerPoint, which is a review.
Is this budget assuming any savings from reducing any of those transfers out?
Budget assumes a series of dollars that would be available from capping transfers out.
How much?
I don't have the total amount here. The budget assumes revenues available, as we indicated to the Revenue Committee, of 35.6, and the pension obligations and all the other obligations would add up to that amount.
So if the budget assumes savings and the total budget is 35.6, are you assuming that you're going to get less from the COGPA's number? It doesn't seem to add up. Are you assuming 100 million, 500 million? Would that money go to old bills, or is it just going to be lumped into GRA?
As we mentioned here, the old bills that have to be appropriated in order to get them paid off in Medicaid and aging would be in the appropriations because they were not appropriated previously. And so the total of expenditures matches the available revenues.
Let me ask it this way. The Senate has said there could be as much as $2 billion in transfers out that could be made available for this budget. Would you agree that there is as much as $2 billion that could be made available from transfers out?
There are over $2 billion in automatic transfers in fiscal 13. If you reviewed them all, you'd make a decision, and then you would see what you had.
But there's no FY14.
All of those dollars in FY13 are on autopilot according to the existing statutes. The only way you can make a change is to change the statutes.
And you're not proposing any change in the statute?
We're presenting numbers here of what needs to be appropriated, and we will work with the General Assembly to see which statutes would be changed.
And are you making any suggestions as to which statutes need to be changed?
We would have them look at every line item in other state funds
You don't
and
want to
every
answer the
item.
question, just say you're not going to answer it. I mean, you're not being responsible, with all due respect. The numbers in your budget either reflect changes that you want to be made in the statutes, or they reflect the statutes the way they are currently.
Yeah, we point out a dollar amount that would be available at a reduced level globally in the transfers out.
But the actual numbers in the budget are predicated on existing law.
They're suggesting that we reduce the transfers out.
By how much?
I don't have the exact number in each one.
Could we get something like a?
You'll see it in the book
Well, how
tomorrow.
about in total, if you don't want to do each one?
The total of revenues available would be 35.6.
No, on the transfers, how much?
Yeah, I don't have that with me today. You'll see that in the book tomorrow.
But in a sense, the transfers out are separate from the revenues. The revenues are.
Yeah, those are
generated by
different
tax
expenditures,
fees
yeah.
And so on. Transfers out are what you do with the revenues once they're there.
Well, you have revenues, and then you deduct the transfers out to see what's available to pay.
Right.
You know, there's certain things you have revenues, and then you have to pay bond payments and other things, transfers out. And then once you get to that number, The rest is available to pay the operating expenditures of all the agencies.